Alright guys, jumping into another round of this league for Dark Matter and Return Sphere. We're going to be in round 7 this time, going against the Luca Goers. So we've won every match so far. So that's pretty good. That's not too shabby. But we're just, just trying to continue that. Looks like we do have a few volley shots to learn here. We do have Wither Shot. I mean, we'll give it a go. Now, with a lot of like the Wither Shot and stuff, I'm not super worried about learning that, but it's one of those like it would be cool ideas, And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like it's not a huge letdown, which is good. But yeah, starting out looks like Grave will have the ball. Gonna go through the midfield here. It's gonna be a rough go of it. No, not Guado. He's just so good. Looks like Grave actually able to hold on to the ball. Gonna pass it here. I think Zazzy will probably get this here. And he does. Completely shuts down this attempt. So we're gonna swim up here. We're gonna try to push our players up a little bit more. And then I think... how do we do this? Maybe just a pass to Gear or Guado? I think that'll work. That'll do, right? That seems like what a reasonable person might do in this game. Oh, but we do encounter Belgurdo. We were not looking for that. We were hoping more like no one encounters we shoot. But due to high risk, it doesn't even matter. Like Roddy has 12 catch. What could he really do? Nothing. We're able to score and make the game 1-0. Pretty early on, too. We had a game a few... maybe it was like 2 games ago where they started with the ball and they did not relinquish the ball for a long time. They just kept on going. That was a more difficult game for sure. But yeah. So Grave does swim forward, encounters, people you don't want to encounter. I was kind of hoping he would do the Wither Shot there because I figured like, if he's going to do the Wither Shot, might as well be here. I mean, we're definitely ahead. Like, we're definitely winning. So, we're not gonna worry about being scored on. And even if he went through all my players, I don't think he could have scored. Like, that would have been a pretty big miracle for him. Then we're gonna have Zazzy Guado just go for a Wither Shot here. Yeah, I'm still listening. So it's still the 12th of September. I'm kind of recording a bunch of stuff all in one day. That's what I normally do. I do bursts of recording and then like schedule them throughout the month. But I'm listening to this piano collection from Final Fantasy. It's a 9.5 hours. It is a massive amount of songs. Right now it's Melody of Loot from Final Fantasy VI. I've never heard this before. I've actually never played Final Fantasy VI. I probably should play it. Maybe it'd be a good like first impressions video. Like if I play a Final Fantasy for the first time. I don't know. Not to be a wimp, but I really like Final Fantasy. I'm not necessarily really good at Final Fantasy. Like the early ones, like they're essentially puzzles, which like some of them, I mean, they're pretty obvious. Like you got to recall what you had like previously or like a previous thing. But what gets me is when, like Final Fantasy 1, I think has it where like you have to, I mean, it's not a straight line. It's not like Final Fantasy 10 or 13 or whatever. Like you have to really think about like, oh, where does this happen? Where should I go? But what'll happen is like I'll play and like everything will be dandy, and then I'll put down the game for like a week or two, and then I'll jump back in and I'll be like forgetting everything. Like there's this key thing I should know, but I forgot about it. So now I don't know where to go. It's I don't know. It'd still be worth it though. I think I'm trying to remember what Final Fantasies I've played. I played Final Fantasy 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13-2, the MMO, specifically Final Fantasy 14. I think that's it. Oh, 10-2. I forgot. And 7 Dirge of Cerberus. There's all these offshoots I forgot about. the remake of Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I feel like my Final Fantasy street cred is a little bit lower, like, than a lot of other people's. Like, a lot of people have a lot of experiences with the series. I played a good amount of the series, but I haven't played a lot of the older ones. Like many people, my adventure truly began with like 7. That was like the big kahuna. And then starting out here, looks like Gravy is going to encounter Zazie Guado. We got 6 seconds, dude. Like, it's over. Game's over. Just pass the ball. Do whatever you got to do. That's going to be the first half. I guess game's not over, but 4-0 it might as well be. Where's your pity rules? So we got a little bit of experience. Not too many level ups, but some experience, which is good. So, doesn't look like many techniques have changed. Looks like Basik Ronso's no longer doing the volley shot business, but everything else has pretty much stayed the same. No new techniques to learn. Alright, and then Nav Guado will start with the ball. We're probably going to push up here. We're going to try to get Gira Guado a goal. We really got to favor him a lot because Zazie Guado seems to always just kind of push ahead on that experience gain. I think they're closer now, but it's kind of tough to say to a degree. That should be good. And it's very good no one else encountered. Guado isn't quite the tank he was in our earlier videos. He is a very fragile player. More than one person encounters him, he has a bad time. You know, there's genuine worry. We might get in trouble. And then Roddy, I mean, he's got grip gloves, he's got super goalie, but we've got immense shoot, and he cannot stop that. And then Grave with the ball. Going to go right through the midfield here. I mean, I respect the strong-headedness, but it's a foolish endeavor. Maybe not with tackle slip, actually. It looks like he will evade Nav Guado. Can he get above one of my defenders? That is the big question. That answer is no. Zazie Guado will get the ball here, and that's going to put them in an even worse situation. As if things could get worse, you know? Like, this is real rough. You know what might be attributing to Zazie Guado being a higher level? It's the fact that he has a level 3 shot. I think he has Wither Shot 3, and then Gira Guado has Nap Shot 2, which is definitely a lower level shot. And the more, I'm not sure if it's the more HP is used, the more experience you get, or if it's just like different tiers of ability give you, more experience. But Zazie Guado is definitely coming out ahead in a lot of these interactions. Looks like Grave goes right side, is able to tackle slip, going to pass to Basik Ronso. We'll see if they can make a difference here. Basik Ronso is a monster. Like, he could definitely score if he can avoid the interaction with Nav Guado. Looks like he's not, though. Nav Guado's able to steal the ball right back and put them, just kind of beat them back. They have very good block here. They could stop us, but Nav Guado has very good pass, so it's kind of unlikely. Looks like it will complete to Gira Guado, and that's going to put us in another situation to make another goal. 40 shoot against 24 catch. Grip gloves comes into effect. Super goalie comes into effect. Prayers come into effect, but it's not enough. It's going to be 7-0. Then Grave gonna go through the midfield again, looks like. This is so I'm still listening to Final Fantasy track playlist. It's so fitting. I think this is the Xanarkin theme right now. We're performing Ascending on these players. I mean, this is brutal, guys. This is 7-0. This is the most fitting song to come with this game. We're just gonna shoot it off. We're really just throwing it away here. They're gonna get the ball back. Yeah, not even an attempt at the goal. They just get it back. I wasn't paying attention. The song threw me off, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fitting. This is pretty accurate to what's occurring right now. So Grave gonna pass to Basik Ronso. Is gonna complete it, but Wither on shoot is never good for Basik. That's a rough go of it right there. Pass to a boost. They're running out of time. The clock is ticking. 10 seconds left. They got to do something, but they're not doing anything. Gonna go for the pass back again, and that's gonna end the game. 7-0 final score. An absolute decimation of their chances right there. That is rough. They got a little bit of experience, and we got a little bit more. Looks like we got Guado leveled up to level 49. He's got more HP, block, pass, shoot. It's all good stuff. It's like Guado Glories did take on the Ronso Fangs and succeed. We don't want to even talk about this game. Luca Goers lost. You know, that's all you need to know. And then the Albed Sykes took out the Kilika Beast 2-0. And Guado, our favorite scorer here, 27 goals. Looks like Knob Guado's contract has expired. We're going to do 99 games for a while on a lot of these players. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we'll be playing more Blitzball. Till next time.